Welcome to Real Talk Ministry, Black History Moments. It is important that we reflect on our history as a reminder of the struggles that Black Americans have endured in the past, so Black Americans can have freedom in the future. We must keep Black history alive. Our history is for everyone to learn. This way, we can learn from past mistakes so that they may never be repeated again. Today's Real Talk Ministry, Black History Moments, will discuss Juneteenth. When June 19th comes around, you know what I'm going to say? Happy Independence Day. I know you're thinking June 19th, but Independence Day is in July. Actually, June 19th, better known as Juneteenth, is a day of independence as well. So far, my Black History Moment videos that consist of stories regarding slavery had one thing that they wanted more than ever: their freedom. And on June 19th, in the year of 1865 in Galveston, Texas, 2 years after the 13th Amendment laws went into effect to free slaves, slaves in Texas were finally free. So June 19th, also known as Juneteenth, became a day of jubilee and celebration for Black Americans. January 1st, 1863, to many Black Americans, that night was called Freedom's Eve, because they were in services late at night, waiting to receive word of their freedom as slaves. The watch night service that came with prayers and hope was not in vain, as they received word that the slaves that lived in the Confederate States were finally free. They rejoiced and praised God for that news. Many of the slaves took it upon themselves to find their loved ones that they were separated from and to try to find a path of living a better life with this new freedom they received. But for those living in Texas, freedom didn't come so quickly. Many slave owners withheld the freedom information from their slaves until after it was time to harvest the crop. General Granger came down with his troops in 1865 and told more than 250,000 slaves that they were free. This sparked a celebration that was to be celebrated every year on June 19th. It was a day of jubilee. In 1979, Texas made Juneteenth an official holiday, and in June 2021, the president made it an official holiday to be celebrated in all the United States. Juneteenth is a reminder for Texas and all the world that we have a day of freedom also. Despite not knowing that they were freed immediately, it didn't change the joy and prayers that was given with the understanding that Black Americans can be able to vote, walk around without having freedom papers, or even run for office. Although the task ahead was still hard and they still had to fight for freedom in a lot of ways, Juneteenth is a day to remember that they were free to do so. I hope you enjoyed Real Talk Ministry Black History Moment on Juneteenth. Please visit my website, www.realtalkministry.com, to keep up with the latest events happening with this ministry. I'm Minister Nisi. Thank you for listening, and God bless.